No, can't master a computer, but apparently a computer can master you.
Yep. What?
Okay. Alright. I don't know what that means, but alright.
Well, he has to acknowledge that you're playing their game. It's like this person is playing Dead Space. We must monitor their progress.
Building
That's
shaders, Isaac. Build the shaders. Make us whole.
so. You don't know it, but in the background, Isaac is physically building it. He's
Yeah,
got Pikmin with him.
Pikmin. I could use GeForce Experience in-game overlay.
Ooh, what does that mean?
Nonsense. That I don't need to happen. I need the game to actually launch and stop building the shaders.
But they gotta build the shaders.
Anyways, how do you enjoy Dead Space so far, Shippa?
Oh, that's great. I love it. It really is Dead Space right now.
There's a bunch of Dead Space. Yeah. I feel like it's not building shaders and it's probably just hacking my PC and trying to build
Yeah,
up
it's
a
actually doing it.
cryptocurrency thing.
Yeah, it's EA, so I wouldn't be surprised.
EA is probably like, no, we're building shaders. We're not starting up crypto mining on your PC. Well, don't worry about it.
Heaven. I thought they were done building shaders for a second. It flashed for a second.
Wouldn't that be the biggest dupe? Be like, hey, everybody, you wanted Dead Space remake, right? Here you go. It's a cryptocurrency
Ah,
mining
stupid.
scam. The biggest
That
one.
would be the worst. They just take the money and run.
That would be perfect on their end.
And they're in. Yeah.
Oh man. Ugh. Yeah, this makes me want to play Pow
There's some
World.
medicine. There's a lot of scares. It's a good game, honestly.
Yeah, Flutters and I are
I
probably gonna
spent a
get it
while on
soon
them.
because we're both
I
like.
think she'd like it. It's a building. Go ahead.
Can you have multiple accounts though?
Do I have multiple accounts?
Can you, or does it like load only one account?
No, you can have multiple worlds.
I'm just wondering if Flutters and I can both launch our own things.
I think so. I don't think it's like tree area where you could have one character and just run around in other people's worlds as that character. I think you can make multiple worlds
Oh, okay.
and you have like a server.
I can see why Shippo likes to play console games now. Because
And I'm not building shaders.
yeah, it's like 4 minutes worth of building shaders so far. I sure love listening to my computer go while trying to do this.
It's like
That's
help me.
it's mostly the other hard drive. What do I have to replace the other hard drive now?
Oh no.
Careful.
Dead Space is killing.
Trying to play Dead Space. Are you winning, son?
No one's winning this race.
Oh man.
And eventually, you got to play Apollo Justice as well.
Someday.
Someday. That's a long game.
Yeah, the Phoenix Wright games are super long.
Mm,
Super long winded.
yep.
The only thing that gets me is a lot of times I'll guess like a clue that's like 3 steps ahead of where they are, and they're like, no, 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 hold up. You can't say that the bird was red. We gotta establish it is the bird. And then before we can establish it's a bird, we gotta establish it's an animal. And then in between all that, they'll sit there and talk for like 5 minutes on the same topic. So what that becomes is 15 minutes of getting to point C when I was already at point C, while you're at point A and being told you're wrong until you get to point C and then you're told you're right. And then everybody gasps.
And then the judge goes, order, order, order.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy. I should have like not started the recording until I had the shaders built. I should have built the shaders, I guess, ahead of time. Life is full of ad hoc things, isn't it? After the fact things you should have done. It's like South Park. Thank you,
You,
ad hoc man.
I haven't seen South Park in a very long time.
Ad hoc man will show up after your house is burned down and say, you shouldn't have started the fire. And then you say, thank you, ad hoc man. I thought you were done. You disappeared. The building shaders
It's never
disappeared. I thought it was done.
It's never over. It's like it's not over yet.
This computer is not actually like bad. It's actually pretty good. So I don't understand why this is taking so long. This better not turn into a whole Genshin update thing where it takes 3 hours.
That would suck.
It's not really 3 hours, it's like 30 minutes, but I feel like this is contacting the NSA and doing a background check on me before it can load. EA Games is like, we can't let anybody play this game that has a credit score below 600. We gotta check his credit score real quick. 1 second. Are you good enough to do our microtransactions and take a loan out on it?
So much microtransaction. The deluxe version for this game just gives you a bunch of outfits.
Is that what I'm playing? Deluxe? I forget.
I think so.
Hmm. Watch when the shaders are complete and it just runs at 20 frames per second.
It's built on all these shaders. You need to turn them down when the game starts.
Oh, like Gotham Knights. It just crashes every 5 minutes.
I've heard that Suicide Squad is a worse version of Gotham Knights.
Oh no. I want to get back into Gotham Knights, but I'm so nervous because it blue screened to death my this PC.
I don't know if that game is like if they're doing anything with that game. I think that game's pretty much been abandoned.
I think so too. That's why I'm like, I want to finish it, but at the same time, I'm nervous about seeing if it got better.
Hmm. How far did you get in that game anyway?
Um, got a little bit into the missions of the Owl Cult.
You ever, did you ever beat Clayface?
No, it was never a high enough level.
Hmm. I remember you fighting Clayface, but you weren't like the game. But he was like crazy strong for some reason. Like you just like your level was so much lower than his for some reason.
Yeah, he was like level 40 something, and I was like level 30 something. It has this weird, huge level increases. It's like that whole the Harley thing with the two people, and you have to balance fighting the three bosses while the alarms are going off, and you gotta like press the alarms or something. And they were a much higher level than me, and I was almost beating it, but then Shippo was snoring, and then it kept going on for 2 hours, and I wasn't getting anywhere, and then they finally killed me. And I was like, okay, that's a mistake. Don't ever go back into something that's, higher level than you. But then I noticed when I was watching what the level increases are, it's like you gotta pay attention before you jump into something. Like, do not jump into something that's much higher level than you. Like even by 2 or 3 levels, don't do it. You'll be
That's the worst.
you'll be stuck forever, like trying to paper cut an enemy to death. It's weird because there's huge level jumps. It'll say, "Here, do this, Mister Freeze level. You are 2 levels above it. You'll be fine." You come out of it and it says, "Hey, okay, let's start another Mister Elite Freeze thing. Now it's level 40. Don't do it."
That's true. That's what it did with Clayface. You beat him the first time, and then you went to the next level mission with it, and it was like, oh, he's like way higher now.
Yeah, yeah, that was no good. Well, I might as well stop the recording. Let's